Evet, sevgili sevgili kanallar. Bugün sizlerle beraber bir
Students think they're oh so clever. Peeves' game's the best one ever.
hepimiz hepimiz hepimiz hepimiz hepimiz sensin hepimiz sensin.
Kanalıma gelen herkes benim baş tacım. Ne olur abone olun, buna muhtacım. Kanalıma.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
I can't go up there.
Bunu yürüyelim. Bu ara ben de spatlam.
Revelio.
Tamam, atsan girebilirsin. Aman bayan portu. Oradan beni hiçbir şey yaramaz. Ben buradan atlayacağım, buradan atlayacağım ya. Ben buradan atlayacağım ya. Kapalı işte. Burada like atıp abone olup bildirimleri açmanız beni de çok mutlu eder. Ben teşekkürler, iyi seyirler dilerim. Lan, lan, lan, lan, lan. Durma. Açıl.
My family has been sorted into Ravenclaw for generations. Bit of a book is lost.
Belki için yeterli alan yok.
My little sisters will be so happy to see me over the holidays.
I pressed Ominous regarding Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium, but my efforts were in vain. Meet me outside the Slytherin common room. We need to talk.
Kapıyı Sweeting ile buluş. Kapıyı Sweeting, kapıyı Sweeting, kapıyı Sweeting. Griffin. Peki. Uçur beni. Papa Gangnam Style. Hey, sexy ladies. Oh. Papa Gangnam Style. Hipografi. Lan hiç benim nasıl hipografim oldu? Ama acıyor ya. Bir Sweeting ile buluşum. Hiç ben nasıl mi seviyor olacağım? Ne bileyim ki yerisin. Bekle.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Selamünaleyküm.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It
Beraber
did.
halledeceğiz.
I
Beraber
overheard them
halledeceğiz.
talking in the Hogshead, and
Did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
Ortaya
It
çıkarmaya
does
başladı.
somewhat, but at the moment I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poacher spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
Hadi Poppy, let's go. L'amore.
A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
Centaur.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
Centaurlar. Age of the Mythology'de olan centaurlar.
That's the third time I've seen a Dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They
That's
can't have been
very
gone
true.
long.
Allah.
This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Poppy, Poppy.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going
Ne
on here.
yapacağız?
I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures, though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
Ben gidiyorum Poppy. Gel benimle.
Lyondale's not half as tough as it sounds.
What the fuck no?
Descendo.
Avoiding
Leviosa.
Turn that in.
Confringo. Protego.
Expelliarmus!
Levioso!
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
Repair yapacağız. Reparo. Darbasi. Gel benimle. Gaydi çadırı.
What in Merlin's name?
Kendinin ardına ne?
Dragons.
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Horntail Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they
Ay
possibly enjoy
götürenler.
this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being on the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Leviosa.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking?
Geri git lan.
Confringo.
Geliyoruz.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we?
Gel.
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Biri daha aç.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The elements of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
I will make you pay. You'll pay for Leviosa!
What held there?
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend. Listen, how nice of you to stop by.
Protego!
No! Stop it! Leave your eyes.
Back for another 50?
Defender, I won't go down. Arrogant child! You've come to the wrong place, child.
The lamb returns to the wolf.
Deserves to be potted. Take it.
Sadık olsun.
No patience with our You don't.
Leviosa! Coward!
Back for more.
Here, I'll find you.
Descender.
Is this what I teach in her body? Leviosa!
Confringo!
Is that the best you can do? Pathetic! We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Pardon, seni buraya, seni de buraya.
Accio!
Aim for the ring at the front of her restraints.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Git işte git.
This way.
Ne güzel diyor dersini öğrenmişiz ha. Güzel diyor.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins,
Ya
and
Allah,
definitely not
küflü
the
ses
fighting.
geliyor.
The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Baby.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Ana. Hogwarts'a gidiyoruz hadi. İnsan diyor. Allah'ım amore. Allah amore. Ne maceralar yaşadık be ya. Allah amore. Bu servisinin ödevi var. Yunus seni bunun için almam lazım. Kış mevsimine de gel. Vay ana.
Let us keep our heads about this. Oh, I'm truly sorry. I didn't.
Böyle bir bakalım hele bir. Evet. Katkı. Bir. Ben şeyi takılı.
If I could undo all that happened that day, I would.
The headmaster should know.
Ne bir şey daha. Mail. Ama hanele bir elle. Mail.
Luke and Brattleby.
I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
Man. Pardon. G. İngirme seviye. Bırakamadım. Doğru şey. Bir daha dur. Sebastian. Ben şimdi 20 seviye mi olacağım? Üniversiteden aşağısı kabul etmiyor mu oğlum o görev? Sürvizinin ödevi. Dönüşüm büyüsü. Sebastian. Tabii Poppy ile de buluşacağız.
You're here. Brilliant.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic
Ominous ne
forever.
oldu söyle bakalım.
So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on. He's this way.
Mesela buluşmak için Sebastian'la git.
Keep an eye out.
Watching.
Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance. There he is. Good luck.
What are you doing here?
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
Please, Ominous. I confided in you before about what happened with the Undercroft. Sebastian simply wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to.
I'm sorry about your aunt. Don't you want to find out what happened to her?
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory, get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait. I hope we don't regret this.
Sebastian! Over here!
These braziers grant access to the scriptorium.
Now you'll share? You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. Opening the entrance has
Revelio.
something to do with threes.
Well, 3 heads are better than 1.
It's 2 heads are better than 1.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Simple mathematics, Ominous. That brazier went out on its own. I wonder if it's a clue.
Güzel oldu.
Küçük yol.
Yeme.
Confringo!
Revelio.
Remember, 3 braziers are involved.
Someone was actually listening.
I do that. Occasionally.
Çözeceğim lan ben bu kapı.
Descendo! Defendo! Descendo! Confringo! Levioso! Confringo!
Allah Allah. Tamam estağfurullah ya.
Lumos.
Repulsor!
Burada bir yerde. Ama nerede? Nereye bir dakika? Zamanında erişmemiz lazımmış.
Something's happening.
I hope we're ready for this.
Ama ben doğuştan hazırım.
Reparo.
The rubble formed a relief of a person facing.
Ben doğuştan hazırım ben bu işlere.
That must be the voice I hear. The voice is ancient, sinister.
You hear a voice.
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
Believe me, I am having thoughts, but I'm still convinced we should go ahead.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back. I can't believe I'm doing this.
It worked! Ominous. You possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I've started to feel left out.
Between the two of us?
Never mind. There's no clear way forward.
Like a maze. Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be difficult to solve.
Lumos.
The door we came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
The brazier. When the door closed, it lit up.
The dial requires focus.
Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it. There's bound to be a match to the symbols.
Sen bunların eşleşmesi mi lazım?
The symbols on another gate will match this dial.
Matching the symbols did open it.
Was about to do that myself, but you got to it first.
Lumos!
Nice work.
Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm wary of.
All I heard was rewards. Keep going.
Biliyorsunuz mu?
We've got more to solve ahead.
Search each corridor. It may not be obvious which leads where.
This journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome.
Poor Aunt Noctua.
Lumos!
Değeri bu.
Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Must run in the family.
Look in a mirror, Sebastian. That sounded promising.
Another dial solved.
Impressive. Nice work.
Lumos! Ominous. Your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
Bence biraz kafa karıştırıyor.
Excellent work. We're another step closer to the scriptorium.
Geliyorum.
Lumos.
I spotted something ahead. Looks troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
The gates! I think we're locked in. Again.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Revelio. Ominous. A skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and Crucios etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
You know him better than I do.
Very well. Wish me luck. Wish we had some liquid luck. Ominous, I know this is the last thing you want to do.
Yes, it is. I thought you knew me better.
But this is different. Whoever you cast it upon would have agreed to it first. It wouldn't be an innocent victim. We have to open the door.
The spell won't work unless you mean it. That's true of all unforgivables. If it must be done, then one of you must cast it.
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the Cruciatus Curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice.
Lanet
I don't
büyüsü.
yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
I don't want to learn the curse, but I can handle the pain. It's fine. Cast it on me.
I shan't forget this. Ready?
I'm ready.
Crucio! Are you alright?
Are you all right?
That pain, it was excruciating. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's Scriptorium.
I can't believe we're here.
Bilmedim la.
Revelio. Sebastian, Ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around.
May I have a look?
Al Sebastian.
What do you think?
Looks like a spell book of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking.
I've been getting an uneasy feeling about this place. We shouldn't linger here. Let's find a way out, please.
I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
We were lucky. We could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
Let's go.
I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you.
Ben ama bir sana öğrettik. Ve bir seviye daha atladım. Profesör Wilson'in ödevi. Bak ona bir sağ. Bak ona bakalım. Yerim was. Ondan Profesör Weasley'nin ödevi mi kaldı? Profesör Weasley. Yeraltı.
So this is the underground harbour.
Ne oldu? Kaçırdı.
Revelio.
Tamam. Şimdi kütüphaneye mi gidiyoruz? Let's go, Profesör Weasley. Galiba bu final bölüm. Lan o kadar oynadık. Hogwarts'ı resmen bitirdik be ya. Acaba Hogwarts?
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the Golden Snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
Evet, geldik en zorlu soruya.
The Golden Snuggery.
No, incorrect. The answer was the Golden Snidget. The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 12... Which potion is commonly...
The Alihotzi draft.
I'm afraid the answer was Felix Felicis. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky,
The Founder's relics.
No, the answer was the Deathly Hallows. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consist of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the quaffle. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
The Wizards' Council.
That's correct. The Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the... Which dragon breed is the smallest?
Bunu tam da adamına sordular. Hocam olmayacak. Ha bu mu?
The Antipodean Opali.
No, I'm sorry, but the answer was the Peruvian Vipertooth. Though the Vipertooth is the smallest breed, who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Hengist of Woodcroft.
That's right! It is believed that Hengist used the 3 Broomsticks Inn as his home. The Hide-Behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
A Letherfold.
That's incorrect. The answer was a Demiguise. While the Hide-Behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a Letherfold?
The Stunning Spell.
Actually, the answer was the Patronus Charm. The only known survivor of a Letherfold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
Gamp.
That's it! One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Knowledge is the real magic.
No, the answer was, never tickle a sleeping dragon. In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is, Draco dormiens nunquam titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
Orta ettiği birine tek gidiyordu.
The Rune Spore.
That's right!
Ona
According to
salladı
Castle
tuttu.
Mouse, each of the rune spore's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
The Amazon rainforest.
No. Ilvermorny is actually located on Mount
Onu
Greylock.
diyecektin de
The
olmazdı.
American school was founded in the 17th century by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Virosita serum.
Incorrect. The answer was Amotentia. Amotentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive. Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
Give me your worst.
Wonderful. I do admire your thirst for knowledge. Emmerich the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
Duvarda öldü. Korkunç Egbert. Gawain. Beatrix Broxa. Korkunç
Egbert the Egregious.
That's right. Emmerich
Allah.
gained notoriety for terrorizing villages in the south of England during the Middle
Bomba da zor
Ages, when
sorular
he
ha.
was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
Blatching.
The answer was actually haversacking. Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when two chasers, a bite from a mackled malaclaw, has the...
Bad luck.
Correct! Native to the European coastline, the effects of a malaclaw's bite can last up to a week. What plant excretes stink sap?
Fluxweed.
I'm afraid the correct answer was Mimbulus mimbletonia. The Mimbulus mimbletonia plant secretes stink sap as a defensive mechanism when touched. The pepper-up potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century wizard?
Bowman Wright.
That's incorrect. The answer was Limfrid of Stinchcombe. Centuries later, Glover Hipworth would expand on Limfrid's previous work to create In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot. What does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
A single slipper.
That's correct. The story was created by Beadle the Bard, but there are a few versions. I won't spoil what the slipper was for if you haven't read it recently. The Snallygaster is native to which region of the world?
Üzgündür.
The Scottish Highlands.
No, the answer was North America. The
Ama
part
başta o
bird, part
geldi.
reptile is a distant relative of the Occamy and has serrated fangs and a bulletproof
Allah'ım
hide.
ya.
Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
En answer.
Sir Amset.
No, the answer was Sir Luckless. The three witches in the story are named Asher, Altheda, and Amata, the world's
Gallangantua.
No, the answer was the Loch Ness Monster. The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence of the Kelpies' existence. Who was the first Minister for Magic?
Cadmus Peveril.
No, the first minister was Ulick Gamp. Gamp's greatest legacy was the... You've answered all of... You might not have got very many... Thank you for humouring me by participating. I had a splendid time. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this.
Eyvallah,
Professor
sağ olun.
Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Harika zaman geçirmiş bu. Sağ olsun, sağ olsun. Bak, yanlış bilebilsek.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Şu Zenobia olsun. Pisicik. Bas. Bas.
I've been studying Salazar Slytherin's spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft. I found something.
Bas. Bas. Evet. Bas. Bas. Serbest değil. Ay kuş.
Beautiful.
Goodness. Settle down.
Yerleşin, yerleşin.
Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Hadi bakalım. Dönüşüm büyüsü. Dönüşüm büyüsü. Gördün mü Nationa'yı?
Beautifully done. Class is dismissed. And remember, now is not the time to ease off your...
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you haven't been taking full advantage of the opportunities presented by your
O şeyi öğrendim Profesör.
I'd advise you not to squander such a resource. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you can brew an impressive Edurus potion. Hopefully you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have when it is needed.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your visit to the kitchens and the Hogsmeade graveyard with Nick to bribe a ghost for information connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Not at all. I'm fascinated by ghosts and food, and I was interested in learning more about the castle and the surrounding area.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed. If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy is available.
O sürvizinin ödevi. Nedir o dönüşüm büyüsü? Aha buymuş.
Something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
But I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I remember our meet mentioning something about gobbledygook.
Boom. Artık hemen hemen her şeyi de öğrendik. O zaman sevgili YouTube, sevgili kankişler, lütfen like, abone, bildirim seviyorsunuz. Allah'a emanet olun. Bay bay. Like, abone, bildirim. Allah'a emanet olun. Bay bay. Seviyorsunuz. Görüşürüz. Allah'a emanet olun. Bay bay.